The podcast you are listening to of Holmberg's Morning Sickness is brought to you by my friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Trust me on this one. You've had barbecue before, but you haven't had it this good. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale, ericsfamilybbq.com.
Eric's Family Barbecue has arrived and is simply the best barbecue in Arizona. Come satisfy your taste buds with meats that are smoked over mesquite wood and sides that are made with fresh ingredients and tons of love. They have the best, juiciest brisket, pulled pork, rib sausage, turkey, or everyone's favorite, the Pitmaster sampler that includes all the meat and 4 sides, mac and cheese, potato salad, coleslaw, corn, or beans, yum. And for dessert, try some creamy banana pudding, amazing. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meat, mesquite, repeat. Make the trip, you won't be sorry. Dine in or take it to go. Go to Eric'sFamilyBBQ.com for more info.
Holmberg's Morning Sickness.
The old method of treatment for a person in this condition was to throw him in jail.
98.
Crazy. There you go. Thank you, Silence the Voice. It is. Just got another email I got to find. Where'd my phone go? Pretty solid. Based on the idea that I'm going to the Clippers game and this guy isn't. Before we get to that, I think it's pretty funny. It says Jeremy's going on. It's Thursday, right?
Sure is.
Baseline and Dobson. That's not so far. Go over to Baseline and Dobson to the Albertsons. Albertsons has you this morning. Baseline and Dobson out there in Mesa. That's our old stomps.
Load it up.
Yeah.
Right there by Rhodes
Be
Junior
the old
High.
Alpha Beta.
It was the Alpha Beta.
Yeah.
My mom worked for Century 21. Got her gold jacket in that little complex there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. They had a TCBY that the Rhodes Junior High kids ruined. I was at Dobson by the time that opened, but they ruined it by appearing in it. They used to have all sorts of stuff over there that was great. They had the Peter Piper Pizza and the Long Strugs where I used to always get my ColecoVision games, and Albertson's the old Alpha Beta. You want to go way back in time with the, was it Joni and Hal and Joni Heil Bryce?
Oh, that's right, Hal.
And they hosted some magazine show here locally and did all the Alpha Beta ads. Alpha Beta. Anyway, I could go on and on because I've lived here way too long. That's what happens when you never leave. You become that weirdo that points out, there used to be a statue of a Confederate soldier right here. They took that down in the 80s. This is where my grandpa bled out. Okay.
Had his farm over there on Spook Hill.
Yeah, Spook Hill used to be far away. Now it's right there. Anybody who wants to go to Spook Hill can go climb on Spook Hill. Still a thing, by the way. Never going to change that name.
Mesa won't give up on that one.
Mesa, you courageous sons of bitches. Because, I don't know how the hell they're like. We changed PS to Squaw Peak changed, and most everybody didn't even know what it was. Spook Hill? Are you kidding me? It stays. Okay. Anyway, Baseline and Dobson, that's where you go today. Operation Hydration is going crazy. We got to keep it alive. The Phoenix Rescue Mission's Code Red initiative is going on right now, helping people on the streets as things go again. From yesterday, which was beautiful, to today, which is going to be humid and weird, and then by the weekend, 110 again. So, unbearable to deadly is the phrase they use, and that is the truth. Last year, we lost more people to heat-related death than ever before, and we need to make sure that doesn't happen again. We're a huge city. Let's get water in the hands of people who need it. We got water stations all over the place. You pay attention to that kind of thing. Plus, they do all sorts of great stuff over at the Phoenix Rescue Mission with the water they get. And we've filled that warehouse before. Let's do it again. Jeremy will do his part today by going out there with Slipknot tickets, Korn and Stain. He's got KUPD stuff like crazy. You got all sorts of things today, which is great. And Slipknot tickets for November 2nd, which will be amazing. Somebody's going to win those. Baseline and Dobson. That is where old Jer's headed right now to the Albertsons. Good job, Jeremy.
It's like you just gave him permission.
Did you see that? I finished it, and off he went like a good young man. This says, "Dear asshole," it begins.
Oh,
I assume
so
that's
endearing.
me. I assume that's email. It didn't say, not the whole crew. It wasn't plural. I think this is directed.
Can we greet people that way?
Yes, we can. Hello. Well, Chuck used to do it.
That's
Hi,
right.
asshole.
That's right.
Chuck used to do it as a term of endearment. As much as I love you, John, I have currently begun to hate you, and it started 21 minutes ago. My friends called me yesterday and said, dude, we have tickets to Saturday. Let's do this. It's L.A. It's an hour.
Road trip.
It was on a speakerphone, and my wife was in the car with me.
Oh, no.
I heard the invite, and I beamed with excitement, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw her head shake. No. Before I could even give them an answer or a lie or anything, her head was just shaking no. So I said the right thing as a husband. Let me see what I have to juggle, and I'll call you guys back. Hit the little red phone button and hung up. And she just started going, no, 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 over and over again. Do you know why, John? Her nephews are playing in a baseball tournament Saturday night. They're twins. We have to drive all the way to goddamn Chandler, sit in the miserable heat at 7 o'clock and watch 11-year-old club baseball. Then she got teary-eyed and said, you promised Tim you'd be there. Tim is my brother-in-law, John. He would understand. But she said, you have to compromise. So I told my friends, hey, guys, I'm not allowed to go. I have a prior commitment to my 11-year-old nephew's baseball tournament. They laughed. Then you start in with compromise isn't caving. My wife is also 4 months pregnant and was in the car when you said that. So now I'm not allowed to go anywhere, and now I'm barely allowed to listen to you. That thing in her gut is already an anchor. But there you are with your disposable your childless lifestyle, and you're just screaming out, sure, I'll go. What time's the flight? Do I bring anything? And you tell all of us about it. I'm not even going to be able to watch the game because of 11-year-old club baseball. Cordell and a hanger. That's what I'm looking for. Sons and 4, Terry. Well, Terry, it's not my fault you throw an anchor in a lady. It's not my fault you never knew what compromise meant.
Grab your balls out of her purse, for God's sakes.
Look at her and tell her, once-in-a-lifetime thing. Your kid's baseball. Your brother-in-law will understand. But you've already canceled. That's not compromise. That's caving. What you've done is caved. And that's fine to do if you admit it. But don't consider it compromise because then compromise becomes that every time. Compromise is, I want this, you want this. Let's meet in the middle so we both get something from the thing we want. We're going to have to give up a little bit, each of us. But if nobody's giving up on one side and you're giving up everything on the other, tell me how that is compromise.
She doesn't realize how pleasant life would be if he went to that. And
isn't that true? If you cut him loose and said, I want you to have a blast, I think what an opportunity. Go get him, kid. Now, if you don't have any money, that's different.
What I was going to say.
If you're broke, she's right. But then she wouldn't have brought up her nephew's baseball thing.
Right.
She'd have said, we don't have any money.
It doesn't sound that way.
It does not sound that way.
Yeah.
It sounds like they have a pretty decent connection, Bluetooth in their car.
But the ladies don't realize the payoff after that.
I know. That you will get an antique day. You know what? I did. I took off. I bailed on your kids. And your nephews are going to have the time of their life with old Uncle Terry next time they see him. He's probably going to buy him a new ball glove or something because his life is happier. He got to go do the thing he wanted to do. That is not compromise. So we've lost sight of what compromise
4 months is pretty safe. Because when Ronnie was pregnant, I was right on the bubble.
Oh, there's 4 months is barely pregnant.
6 months or something like that. And I wanted to go back to, I think, Columbus for a football game or something.
No, you wanted to go back. I remember at the beginning of June, it was really close. It was tight.
That's right. It was 2 months out.
She was like 8 months. Yeah. And Chuck's the one who talked you out of going.
Yeah.
Because you were going to float back for it was the 4th of July parade.
It was the 4th of July.
You wanted to go play in the 4th of July parade like you were still. And Ronnie was like, big. Toledo went to the Super Bowl with me.
Yep.
Oh,
I got told to go to the Super Bowl.
Well, she didn't want you in the house at all.
Exactly. But you tell someone to go, I'm going to go.
Absolutely.
Plus, the good thing about Toledo's ex-wife was they could communicate no matter where he was in that country because he could hear her. I know where you are in Detroit! Get your eyes off that girl's ass, idiot!
We were at the MGM casino, I believe.
She's
we were getting money out when that happened.
Right. You started getting yelled at there. I know what you're doing! Having the time of your life while I sweat my dick off with your baby inside me, you pile of garbage! At least one of us has a dick in this relationship! I'll be at work tomorrow, you piece.
And you had no
John,
idea
I know it's Detroit, but can we stay a couple extra days?
Toledo was like, we stayed.
moved back.
We stayed in Toledo, Ohio, and I kept saying what a dump this was, and Rich was like, "This is heaven. This is like the
really
greatest."
Nice.
Like, why? Because it's 2,000 miles away from hell. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's not my fault that Dick Ray and I are going to head on over to L.A. tomorrow. That's or Saturday. That's good. You should be able to have friends that you can do things with like that. And, you should have a partner, man or woman, that doesn't hold you to 11-year-old club baseball, which deep down we all know is just her way of saying, do what I want so you love me more than the thing that I see you. And as guys, we're way too happy about that stuff. We beam with excitement in ways we don't when they tell us stuff. Brady, if you said to me right now, hey, you want to go to the Clippers and Suns game, I got floor seats.
Yeah.
I'm going to show a level of enthusiasm for that I don't show for anything.
Yeah.
at all at home. No guy is that excited about, guess what I did today? Yeah. This will be dumb. Like, that's our first thought. The story's going to suck.
Unless she got floor seats.
Unless she says, I want you to have floor seats. It's never going to happen. Because then she's going to see you happier than she's ever seen you. And that's why they don't like a lot of the, and I'll say this, a lot of the bad ones don't like sports stuff because it makes you happy, and they don't like that. Yeah,
100%.
That's a fact. And I don't know if we do that too, to a certain extent. But I'm pretty sure that if
there are guys that do that.
If she had 11-year-old club baseball, like if I had 2 nephews that had 11-year-old club baseball, and we're like, we're going to go do that, and she's like,
nephews.
They're your nephews. They barely matter. Like, they barely matter. They don't. Brady, you had your nephew Charlie here. You helped him out. And you got him in
growing up?
It doesn't matter. Even still. You barely saw him growing up.
That's
but when
what
he was
I'm saying.
here.
I felt,
why?
bad on certain things.
You have no responsibilities there.
No, you don't. Supporting your family. Again, it was a little, but there's a good reason. I was here.
Yeah, you moved away. And look at how much he appreciated your relationship. He worked here. He quit. He burned the bridge. And now he works somewhere else. You hardly talk to him anymore. It's nephews. It's a nephew. They're supposed to show up every once in a while. Most of the time when a nephew shows up, they need money or a job. That's what nephews do. But if some guy's like, yeah, I've got this dance recital that my nieces are in.
Wait a minute.
I got Clippers
not even
tickets.
First tier?
Yeah, it's just.
Not even first tier relatives?
Yeah, these are like in-law nephews.
She saw it in some movie. I promise you I'll be there.
I'll be there.
Oh,
it's the Hallmark thing.
Like you're going to crush the kid one game.
Yeah.
Relax.
Girls have to get over that.
Kid's not even going to remember.
No, he's going to ask you about the Suns game.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
He's going to ask you about the Suns game. That's what Alex would do.
Yeah.
I remember there was a kid named Tim Brown. Not Tim Brown, but Tim Brown was on my Little League team. And his mom used to sit in the parking lot with the car running for Little League games. And I thought that was awful. She dropped him off once and the car didn't
center
stop.
Field? That one in center field? There's always that
so
one.
The parking lot was, who, Tim? Tim? No, Tim wasn't very good, but he, she parked this old jalopy Oldsmobile 98. It was like a 76 98. And it would sing.
AC compressor.
I don't know. It's because she's sitting there getting the AC, yeah. And she'd sit in that parking lot, and you'd hear her going, come on, honey.
From the parking
From the car. Well, yeah, because he was big. So she carried.
There's AC in there, too.
Tim, and then, but she wouldn't stop the car to let Tim out because I think it would die. So just it would go like 2 miles an hour.
Slow down to 5 miles an hour and jump out?
And he'd open the door.
Door would open as they pulled into Ida Redbird parking lot, and then
can't shut her down.
Tim would get in. Tim would get in out of that car like it was normal. Like he would flow out like Quicksilver. It was great. But that's the only person I remember going to my Little League game, Brown's mom, because her car wouldn't shut up. One time I remember a girl named Amber and a girl named Charla showed up to my Little League game to like see me play. I think one of them had a crush on me, but I blew that because I showed him my cup because I thought that would be a cool thing.
Genius.
Look at this. You knock on it.
Watch me take a baseball.
Yeah, you're just banging off of my dick.
You're weird.
Yeah, I know. Look at this. I wear a plastic thing over my dick. And my tiny little prepubescent. Anyway, I don't know what that word means yet, but I know that's what I got.
I gotta go play, baby.
But yeah, nobody's going to remember who's at the nephew's game. 5 years from now, will they care?
No.
And the woman, you're right.
5 years, 5 months.
Yeah, right. Brady's right. That Hallmark moment, they saw it in the movie where he compromised everything he wanted to do to be
my favorite uncle.
And she thinks that means he loves her more. But all it does was just make him resentful. He's just gonna say he doesn't love you more. He's mad at you. You created anger, lady. Let him go to the game. Or at least let him watch the damn thing. Who schedules Little League? None of those kids want to play that game. The Suns game's on at 6 o'clock Saturday. They got a regional baseball thing.
Club baseball is a different breed, man. Every weekend, as soon as summer hits, it's every weekend. There's a tournament.
Well, you cancel one day.
Nope. Doesn't happen.
It should.
Doesn't happen.
It's dumb. Dude,
there's so much money in club baseball. It is ridiculous.
I'll take some of my disposable income. I'll have a couple drinks for you, Terry, and your nephews. Congratulations on your pregnancy, too. Sounds like
I think there's still time. You can negotiate this deal.
No,
he's screwed.
He's done.
He's too far down the rabbit hole.
And he double committed.
Here's how you negotiate it. Go.
No, that's about it. It's terrible.
Look at you.
That's terrible.
Man.
No, that's not.
Who is that guy?
We don't know who that is.
Man.
We don't know who just said that. We don't even know what that is. Don't do it. Don't do what Brady said. You can't do that. This Brent says, "Oh, that guy who emailed, who's apparently married to a shrew. Here's how you fix this. While you're on the phone, you say, 'Hang on, guys, my wife's shaking her head no.' And while on speakerphone, ask her, 'What's the issue?' And she'll give you her sales pitch as you are still on the speakerphone and say, 'Let me talk to my brother-in-law and see where he is with this opportunity.' It puts her on the spot. That would have been a good idea, but he hung up.
Open discussion.
He was trying to be respectful. Lay's got an anchor in her gut.
Because now she has to play the heavy.
Yeah, well, it's going to be bad.
Oh, our female correspondent
Let's
checked
hear
in
it.
with
Jay
something.
Gutentag, what she got?
Well, she's got a voice here.
Oh,
so,
it's Gutentag.
There we go.
This is the lady's opinion. Jay Gutentag, everybody. Lady Jay, go.
Hey, good morning, guys. Listen, this whole thing about being able to go out when you want to, being able to do the things that you want to do, a marriage or a relationship shouldn't be a ball and chain. Ever in life.
Yeah.
When you have tickets to see an event, and actually an event that everybody's wanted to see for a long time, I'm not a Suns fan, but I live here. If I had the opportunity to do it, I'm doing it. You know what I mean?
You go, girl.
So unless somebody's dying or blood has been surfaced for something, or you had your child, the pregnant lady.
Like she made it.
Come on. These are things people like to do. When you want to go out with your girlfriends and you want to go get your nails did and your hair did, I'm down. Go, please. You know what I mean? When you want to go do whatever you do, I'm down. Go, please. But when something like a nice event happens, let me go.
Yeah.
Let me enjoy it. You guys got to put your foot down.
That's right.
Way to end it.
God damn it, Lady J.
Lady J.
If Lady J was the least bit attractive, I would marry her. God damn it, Lady J. That's perfect.
Hopefully that guy's wife was listening in the car still.
Well, no, she's
because that's a woman's point of view.
She's long tuned up. That is. We did get the lady's
Yes.
side of it, and she says that the lady was wrong. So I agree. Lady J is right. We might have been a little one-sided there, but we do.
Sure.
We take
it
all
seems
angles.
a little
Yes.
out of whack.
Now we've got both sides, though, and they all are on the same page. This lady, this wife of yours, Terry, she's the wrong one. So you should, you can't go now. You've screwed up. You missed out. Now, if your friends have tickets to the finals, that's different.
Yeah, but your friends aren't going to offer you those tickets
You're
at
not
this
going.
point.
No, you're done.
screwed
And
now,
that's
yeah.
the other thing.
You're out.
Guess what
You're
else?
off the list.
Yeah.
You've gone
exactly.
underground. Because once that phone got hung up, they sat in a room and she's pregnant. He's not allowed to do anything anymore. Because you used to be the one, I think, from the sounds of that phone call, Terry, that your friends would call, and you were the guy who was in. And now you're saying, well, let me see what I've got to juggle. They hung up and went, he's not going.
Yeah.
He's out. He's underground now.
Again, it depends.
He's got the anchor.
Too,
No, it
also.
doesn't.
No way.
Not with Terry.
On what?
I'm talking about being off the list or whatever.
He's
'Cause
off
I've
the-
had
he's
it
gone.
where
He's off
I've
the list.
offered something to a guy and he couldn't do the first time or whatever.
You're not
but
normal.
not as big as a play game necessarily.
But not for those
like
reasons
golfing
either.
or a certain
Brady,
outing or
as a
whatever.
child-
So
Childless-
far down on the list
Yeah,
now.
Brady, as
Yeah.
a childless person, Brett, you also as a childless person, you start to realize that the anchor havers
Yep.
will go away. You
Yeah.
just can't hang out with them anymore.
That's true.
It's too big a
Yeah.
hassle.
You get
It's-
one shot as an anchor haver.
It's too hard to call you
hang
and
with
ask you to do
non-anchor
anything.
havers.
I don't want to hear your stories about your anchor. It just becomes different for about 11 or 12 years. Then you start coming out of the woods.
Lisa
you're
and I
about
are
you're
only-
about to completely be
Yeah.
out of it once both kids
That's
drive.
what I'm saying. We've just, like in the last year, recently come out of our cave of having those
But non-kid
anchors.
havers stop asking kid havers because it's always like a 2-day process to get an answer.
Absolutely.
You want to go do this? Well, let me see
Need a
what I can.
sitter,
I gotta
we
see.
go.
I don't
See
need-
what my
look,
sister's doing. Maybe she can watch the kids.
I need answers. I don't need your problems. It's the same as when a boss says, "Hey, I need somebody to fill in on Saturday," and you got the one guy going, "Well, I got a kid. I'm not going to be able to," and then the
Yep.
other guy goes, "I'll do it.
I can't work past 10.
I won't ask you anymore. I'll ask you." That's
And then
one of the
people
reasons.
get mad at that.
One of the reasons I got a job at
Same.
radio is because the girl that was the fill-in was named Lisa. And I'm sitting in a room, and Paul Peterson, the boss, came in and goes, "I need somebody to fill in Sunday night, 7 to midnight." The person I got to, and I didn't say a word because she was first on, and she goes, "Well, I've got my daughter, and I don't know if I'm going to have a sitter, and I need more notice than this." And he looked at me, and I'm like, "I can do it." And he goes, "You're in." And then the next few times, he didn't even ask her; he just asked me because he didn't need to know her family situation every time he said, "Can you fill in?"
That's how I got thrown in, too.
And then she got mad at me, like, "You took my job." I'm like, "I didn't take your job. You couldn't do it. Somebody had to do the job. Why can't it be me?" I didn't even I didn't say a word when he was asking who can fill in. I knew that was your deal. If you'd have done it, that would have been great. I taught you how to run the board. I'm like, I'd have figured that out. Hey, thanks, but no, you didn't. It's a button. I hit the button. I turn it up. It's volume. Essentially, what I'm doing is turning it down. I've done that for years. Yeah, you got yours the same way?
Yeah, absolutely. It was JJ came up, our old program director came up to me one Friday. He's like, I'm sick of this guy Jeff that used to he used to come down. This guy Jeff Moon. He's like, I'm sick of him. You're on this weekend. Do you want it? And I'm like, yeah, I'm in.
Drop
He goes,
everything.
All right, cool.
Yeah, good on you.
And I already had plans, but they were done. They were gone.
Cancel those plans.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Cancel those plans. Said, I like how Brady got tough there, but meanwhile, this weekend's big plans at Disney Plus and the Bitch Barn are going to be huge.
You should just drop everything and get on that plane. Meanwhile, Moana at 3. I'm going to try to get an early showing so I can get a nap in. Live, laugh, love. That's what I say,
He's
brother.
totally wrong. I got the okay on that.
You got
I
cleared
can
for
watch
that? Yeah.
Disney Plus this weekend.
Yeah, and that's where non-child havers do have it over child havers is that, yes, you've experienced love like I'll never have, but I can go do what I want.
Absolutely.
It's pretty
When I
great.
want.
Yeah, when I want. Great. It's pretty great being child.
I like how he kind of almost blames it on you.
This Terry guy?
Yeah.
Well, he's just mad at the world because he doesn't know.
Your
anything.
disposable income, you don't have a kid. That's
Because he
my
couldn't.
fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what is his fault is that
He dropped that anchor in there.
I pushed an anchor in that lady, and now he's got to please her all the time.
We have a child now. You have to grow up.
I have one friend who's not allowed to drink at the house anymore.
What?
Yeah, because they've got a kid now. And he likes to drink.
Well, there's.
So essentially what she's done is make him drink elsewhere quietly and try to hide it.
Yeah, just keep it out of my sight.
Right. So it's pretty funny. Because he's, like, I haven't seen Banaka in 100 years, but man, oh man.
They still make that?
I think so, because he's got a lifetime supply of it.
Whiznator, drug test.
Dude, you smell like you walked through a field of mints. What are you doing?
That guy's
I
nephew.
smell like alcohol. I'm going to get killed. I'm like, oh, this isn't worth it.
John, that guy's nephew needs to talk to Toledo about disappointment.
Get used to the men in your life walking away, said Toledo. That's true. That's quite true. Anyway, big news. Well, I-17 was closed this morning. I don't know if that's still going on. Is it open
think
yet?
so. And then Grand is closed also up around the
nightmares.
303.
Just stay home this morning. Work from home. Yeah, treat it like a COVID day. And then that thing that's going on in Miami is crazy. Apartment building at 2 in the morning just fell down.
12 stories.
Yeah, and nobody, like one person died.
Yeah, and they rescued a boy this morning.
Yeah, and they
pulled
found
him
some
out of
kid
the
out of
rubble.
it. But one person.
So far.
10 people were injured.
They don't have any missing people. Like
They don't?
well, at least in the report.
What they think is 10 people basically surfed the rubble on the way down.
Yeah. They Mission Impossible.
Yes.
The thing at 2 in the morning. Who's prepared for that?
No.
I guess because they were all in their comfy
Tuft
beds.
and needle?
Tuft and needle breaks your fall.
Yep.
Thank God we got this mattress.
New selling
I'm
point.
fine. Are you good? Yeah, I'm good.
Let's buy another one.
Get these people off the top of us and get out of here. We're going to the beach. It is a crazy story. I mean, tragic for sure, but how does a building fall at 2 in the morning
Let alone.
and nobody's hurt? Or
Yeah, then
really
that
badly?
building, everyone else has got to be, you got to be out of that building.
So nobody died then?
Well, no, one person died.
No, one person died.
It's not
So far.
It's not
Okay.
complete casualty free, but when you see the picture, you're like,
But they ran the cadaver dogs through like 3 times.
nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, the cadaver dogs are like, there's nothing in here. Like everybody's out. So far, I mean, I'm reading this. I'm like, there's got to be
And you look at the
150
picture,
people dead at least. Yeah, because it's a collapsed, half of the building collapsed. And it does say rescuers seek survivors, but I mean, there can't be. This has to be bigger than just one person. A building just doesn't fall. And why did it fall down? They said it was doing some roof renovations.
That's
But
a
if they
bad
were
contractor.
They're pounding
structural,
way too hard with the,
well,
the
how
hammers.
about also if there's structural problems, they should have made the people leave in this beachfront condo. It's not like the dump.
Put up an 81. I think it's when they said
Yeah,
that.
it's not like
Still prime real estate.
yeah, it's ocean.
I mean, it was.
It's an ocean-facing condominium complex. It's not like they threw this thing up out of Legos.
How about the apartment like right next to it? That just you kind of wake up and you don't have a wall.
We didn't collapse, but most of the rest of the building.
Look at that.
The Johnsons are down on floor 5 now. They were in 12.
So it must have been obviously it sounds like there's a lot of snowbirds that would have that unit there. That's why there wasn't that many people.
Well, I don't
in
think
the
a lot of
building.
snowbirds in June.
No, they said it was packed. They said the building was
Well,
full.
no, I'm saying that's why there wouldn't be that many people in there.
Maybe. Oh, I see. Maybe.
Because it's
You got me. I would assume.
They said almost every unit was.
I would
was
have to
occupied.
assume that June sort of the busy time for Florida.
No. Summer drops just like here.
Yeah, but that,
Does it?
Yeah.
Not just like here. The beaches in Florida are packed all the time. It's
Not
that's
so
like
much
saying
in the
Elmer's
summer. For 18 months,
There's
Brady.
people go to the beaches in Florida on vacations, and so I would assume we're on summer vacation like crazy. Florida fills up.
But I mean, we used to go down, and that was, again, Naples and West Coast, but if you went that week in the summer, everything's wide open.
Sure, but that's also Naples because all the people who live there are back in New York in the summer.
Christopher just went to Florida with his dad. Christopher was not impressed. He went to Miami, comes back, and he goes, "Yeah, I don't like Florida.
Florida's a dump.
I've always wanted to visit it, but it's not nothing worthy. Yeah.
Nah,
It's a dump.
All right.
Florida's a dump.
Tampa, Miami. I like South Beach.
I like the nudity on South Beach. But you
Sure.
get nudity
I like
anyway.
the Naples, the Gulf Coast, that area.
You're getting
I
to
was
that
gonna say you
age.
didn't like much
It's
when you were
different.
with
It's,
us.
it's
Yeah.
different from Miami.
Yeah,
and
you're getting to that age though where Naples is going to call you. Like you're
it's
going to hear
nice
the
little
whispers.
getaway. Yep.
What's that?
It's his field of dreams.
Ooh, I can see there.
If you build it, dinner will be served at 4.
Ooh, early dinner time. I got to go to Naples.
Don't go there in March.
My aunt lived in Naples. I went to Naples. It's Boca del Vista from Seinfeld. It's old Jews everywhere, and they leave when it gets to be like 81.
And well, you're right about Boca.
Yeah.
That is big New York population.
Oh, but
And
Boca Vista is
outside
the,
of,
that's the
Miami.
that's the
Del Boca Vista?
Del Boca Vista is the complex that Jerry's parents moved to.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's that's Florida. To me, when I was there with my aunt.
Yeah, they were ground floor, right? They weren't.
Oh
in
yeah,
a
no,
building.
there's no second floor there. Climbing stairs? Are you crazy? Yeah, don't go to Florida.
No.
Don't.
All right.
Why would you?
Well, just to see.
Yeah,
I've
well,
never
I
been
know.
there. I don't know the beaches and
okay.
you know
Beaches,
all
there's
that kind of
beaches all
stuff.
over.
And
if you're going to take the time to fly that far, go over to the Virgin Islands.
All
Florida's a dump. Have you read a news story at all? It's always some meth head in Florida.
I've seen
wrestling
Scarface, I
gator.
mean.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Scarface is like a Disney version of what Miami's really like. It's a dump, top to bottom. Sucked. Miami sucked. I hated Florida. I'm not a fan of any of it.
Hey, John, I noticed when you posed the question, how does a building just fall?
Yeah.
Someone to your right kept conspicuously quiet.
Yeah, it's true. I didn't know he's to my right, too. You see us? It's true. I don't know, buildings just do that sometimes. Structurally, they just tumble.
things happen.
Things happen. Gravity's a bitch.
Maybe you should have gotten in better with your Teamsters.
Maybe when they were building that back in 81, a couple bucks sideways would have put in another, long bolt.
Some more rebar.
In 81,
Yeah.
you'll see.
We wouldn't have. You guys will see. I hope you. Here's what I hope for you. I hope that in 40 years, you're sick and you need to live in this building. And it's a retirement home now. Because the lifespan on this thing's about 38 years.
It's paid off.
You get up in the middle of the night because you got to pee because you're old now. You got to pee.
Next thing you know.
You wander over to the kitchen, you hear a creak. Take another step. There's another creak, and that's louder. And the next thing you know, the whole goddamn face of the building falls down, and you're under a pile of concrete. That's just because I didn't give you $500? You'll see. You piece of this.
I don't hold grudges, but
What's a good
hold
Italian
grudges.
name to call Mook? Is that
Yeah.
a thing? I don't even
Yeah,
know
you
what
can
that
call him a chooch. You can call
is.
him.
I don't know what that is either. That sounds terrible.
Stunad.
That's right.
You'll see, Chooch. Well, this guy's crazy. Give him the $500. Hell no. It's principle. And next thing you know, you're swimming in concrete. I don't know how buildings just fall down, but Brett's people know. Things happen. Gravity's a thing. But that's weird. I saw that this morning. I'm like, oh, my God.
Well, you're talking, in
terrible.
Florida, too, also the base. I mean, they bring in sand and so that stuff can
But
drop
wouldn't
down.
we be having it all the time then?
Yeah, you
It's
think
not like
it happened-
Miami's new.
Well,
You think if
maybe
the-
every 40 years.
And the
one or two.
construction has, they understand.
Yeah.
They get foundations. At this point, they're like, well,
Mechanical engineering is a thing.
it's like some dude with a sand in his hand and they're balanced.
Ooh, look at that. I don't know.
I don't think they used beach sand.
So you think it's the Indiana Jones theory of building, just weighing it out between your hands?
No,
That sounds
I'm
about
saying
right.
Some things erode every once in a while. Why is that? So
Now you
far?
sound like an Italian.
Yeah.
Because construction has been going on for years and years.
Sure.
And years, way prior to 81 that would make it so. They've
There's
pretty much
stuff
got
that
that.
collapses every now and then.
I'm not just out of the blue.
Leaning Tower of Pisa by an Italian.
For
It's still
God's
there.
sakes, yeah, the Italians built stuff that sinks and it doesn't break. Yeah, they've got this down.
Things happen.
I grew up with a guy in construction, and they're
That's exactly your
build it
point.
on
That's
water.
why the Pisa's still there, because the Italians did it.
That's right. They got all the rebar they needed before there was even rebar. We got this.
Somebody paid.
It's a little crooked, but you know what? We'll make that the cute part. Anyway, what are you going to do? I like Brady's Italian way.
Things are rough.
See?
Stuff might happen.
That's kind of what I'm going with.
It happens all the time. These buildings just get a little tumbly.
I've never heard of it before. Only other time I heard of this, planes had to do it. It's the only time I've ever seen it. It's like a wrecking ball or dynamite or planes. Those are the only times I've ever seen a building just go, I quit.
We have the houses here and the
They
big
just crack, though.
No, but in the storms, the landslide or whatever, the water brings it down. Like, do you remember that home in Paradise Valley? The lady was in it with her dog, just sloughed off the hill.
Yeah, but it was because of a big mudslide, right?
Yeah.
It's a weather event.
Well, was there anything going on in Miami?
No.
I mean, it was just a calm night.
Beautiful day.
Yeah. Wednesday.
And then in the great distance.
Slide.
All right, start running, Tony. We got him. That piece of garbage up there. You mook. Chonch.
Tony can't run so far.
What is it? I don't know.
Chooch.
I'm new to the entire Italian experience. What's it, chooch?
You coochie.
Yeah, hey,
Pop that coochie. What? We're in Miami.
That's true. Two live crew there.
What I want it to be. Words happen, Brett. You can't explain it.
Old Jer's out this morning. Baseline and Dobson, he's going to be hanging out there all morning, hoping that you drop off cases of water for the Phoenix Rescue Mission's Code Red initiative. Operation Hydration. It is happening. Go visit Jeremy this morning. Baseline and Dobson. We'll check in with him in just a little bit. What's on the big board of musical treats today, Brett?
All right. The Wake Up Song brought to you guys by our buddies over there at Action Ride Shop. With the weather being nice like yesterday, and it's supposed to be nice today, too.
Go visit that chooch, Josh. Good chooch.
Head out on the trails.
What am I
Get
saying?
that bike. I know. Yeah, get the bike service. You need the accessories to go along with it, camel packs, whatever you need. They got you covered over there at Gilbert Road and Southern. Check them out on Facebook as well as on Instagram at Action Ride Shop. And let's see here. What do we got? Wake Up Songs. Well, for IKEA, we got Public Enemy, Fight the Power. That was requested this morning.
Why?
For IKEA?
Yeah, for IKEA, for the Juneteenth menu.
Oh, that is for IKEA to
Yes,
step up and
that's
say,
right.
don't take it. I don't.
Let's see here. Metallica, Soundgarden, Sepultura, Corrosion of Conformity, Kingdom of Sorrow, Bleeding
Guano
Through.
apes.
Yeah, Guano Apes. Turbo Negro making an appearance again.
I don't.
Killer Be Killed. Filter, Crystal Meth.
Jeez, this is a tough list. We just played some Soundgarden, which makes me puts me in the mood for more.
Yeah,
Is Mind Riot good? Which one's that?
they're all good.
Nah, they're all
it's
good. Soundgarden. I'm with you on that, but I don't remember Mind Riot. Ooh. All right, I'll let you pick because I'm just staring.
We can go for Mind Riot.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Soundgarden's Mind Riot. We'll go back and forth. More Soundgarden. Can't beat Chris Cornell multiple days, multiple times in a row. Brady is on to something, though. He said every sinkhole I hear about is in Florida. There are a lot of sinkholes in Florida because they built it on a swamp. It's a dump. Florida's one of my least favorite, major states. I've been to both sides. I was young with the Naples thing. Didn't care about that. And then Miami, Tampa. It was just the beach at Miami was nice. Toledo and I had a nice walk there because there was a lot of. Brady was furious. We were laughing hysterically. Nice rain came and cooled us all off. But that beach was filled with Caribbean nudity.
How could walking on a beach get Brady
hated
furious?
beaches. He hated it. Oh,
all right.
I've never seen a more crotchety old woman.
Said it before. The only thing that he liked was Pat Riley.
Pat Riley walked by. Hey, coach! Woo-hoo-hoo! And all of a sudden, Brady was back.
Stupid beach. It's dirty.
Dirty Euros.
Stinks.
Damn
People
sand.
are Filthy. It's sand everywhere. I just don't get it. I want to be dirty all day.
It's
No
all right.
Naples.
So he wandered off. He just left and then went to a gay bar and stuff. And we met him at the gay bar, which is true. He didn't know it was a gay bar, but he had a drink with more.
Had no idea.
No,
I
you
just-
didn't. You did not know.
In South Beach, I'm like,
You knew there were
I
gays
didn't
around.
know that
You
was
didn't know
gay.
you were in a gay bar, and you kept ordering. I kept saying, "Hey, we got to go."
I just got some more frittata.
No, we're not eating any more frittata or tapas.
I introduced you to a nice guy.
Eat the pineapple out of your drink and let's go.
I'm at this place called the Banana Hammock. I don't know.
Not a gay bar. It's
Bright pink building.
everything down here is pink.
Yeah, because it's all gay bars. You're sitting in a gay bar, and you're
So
putting me at
happy
risk.
Everyone holds hands.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Everyone but Brady, because Brady didn't recognize it because the bartender's just like, we're gonna have a great night.
I'll have a frittata and tapas and one of those, another one of these pineapple drinks. This is great.
Meanwhile, I got dudes licking their fingers trying to go in because I got a sweet ass, Brett. Some guy was trying to take me back to his room, and he wouldn't leave me alone. I'm like, we got to go, Brady.
Why? It's a nice
John,
place.
just go back to the room.
Guy was trying to bang me.
That was pre-Mac Weldon days, too.
Way pre.
He was wet.
I was soaking wet from the rain. I came in. Brady, we should go. They thought I was into some weird bear that was oblivious to his surroundings, so long as he had tapas.
Hang on, Chaz just got me some coconut shrimp.
Yeah, Brady's just ordering up. I'm like, we're leaving. We're leaving you here. Come on. Like, no. This is a fingering bar, Brady. This isn't even a gay bar. You don't
Look at the fruit arrangement in the drink.
It's called the
Glorious.
manhole. You don't eat at the manhole.
Come on, it's Florida.
You won't even go to the beach.
Beaches are awful.
It was the most miserable I've ever seen him. I don't know what a chooch is, but Brady was one that day. You chooch. Yeah, so if your building starts to collapse at 2 in the morning and you're prepared for it, you are Italian because you knew that was coming. Something's going on.
I don't know about that.
That doesn't add up. I was confused by the entire story as it came across. I was like, this doesn't seem to make any sense at all to me. But
if the younger generation doesn't get into rock, then guess what? An art form has died.
you've been listening to Holmberg's Morning Sickness Podcast, brought to you by our friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Eric'sFamilyBBQ.com.